There's been this case, Mr. Mayor, I'm sure you're aware of it, that Ekurhuleni's been involved in along with the city of Tshwane, and it's about a municipal act that allows the municipality to go to a property owner and say that the property owner must pay the bill of the previous property owner. So the High Court in Pretoria ruled that this was wrong. It seems that you as Ekurhuleni and Tshwane are going to the Constitutional Court to say that you should be allowed to do this, that you should be allowed to go to a property owner and say, the person who used to own this property racked up all of this debt, now you must pay for it. Surely that's unfair.
Well, local government and revenue are very complex, Stephen. So I think that for me, matters before the court, I choose not to speak about them at all times.
But you can tell us why you think you should be allowed to do it. Surely, I mean, you're going to make the case in court. You can make the case now.
No. You don't take matters of the court to radio stations. You allow the court to make the ruling because remember, each and every case has got precedence. So you don't want to. Sometimes the reason why we'll challenge matters before the court is because you don't want to set wrong precedents for the local government entirely. Because at all times, we look at case laws as we deal with local government. So I am not going to sit here and say it is right, it is wrong, and so on. Let the final court make it a decision so that all of us can comply with that issue.
Mr. Mayor, it sounds, I'm sorry, but I mean, there is no legal reason that I can think of why you're not allowed to talk about it. I mean, there's a Supreme Court of Appeal judgment written by Judge Robert Nugent on why people are allowed to talk about matters before a court. It sounds like you're happy to make the argument in court. You're not happy to make it on the radio. I'm sorry, that's how it looks.
Because the court, we are subjecting matters to the court of public opinions, which is not wise. As a leader, you must always respect the courts because, once court makes ruling, the reason why there are different layers of courts is because you want to be able to allow each and every court to look into the issue without, because I don't want my views to be out there. If I have a platform in court as a mayor to go and express what we think needs to happen. So I think for me, it will be unfortunate to comment before matters before the court.
Can you understand why a property owner would be upset? So a property owner would buy a house in Ekurhuleni. They would have bought it after the previous owner received clearance from the municipality. So you as the mayor, as the municipality would have cleared the sale. And then 2 years later, you come and say, no, you must pay money for the previous person. Can you understand why someone would be upset?
Well, I will understand why people will be upset. That's why I'm saying that sometimes you might find that it's an over-exaggeration. There are many instances. That is why it's not as easy as you want me to. As I can tell that you are pushing me into the corner. But there are many different instances because remember, the municipality issues some clearances. Other clearances does not get to be issued in the municipality. So you will never know what would have happened because before any person can sell, there are basic requirements for the property to be transferred. And if all of those are not observed, at the particular point, somebody will have to take responsibility. So that's why I'm saying that for now, the matters that, because there's about 2 or so of such matters before the court, if that happens, we must then allow the various courts to make rulings because courts are there for that to deal with disputes on matters that involves government and citizens.